first thing about this treasure is discovery. Now, the scriptures talk about being saved, or the Christians use the language in being saved. Christian scriptures say we work out our own salvation. If you trace that root, the root of that means come into the understanding of your own wholeness. Jesus never said you're saved. He said your faith has made you what? Whole. His whole ministry was about wholeness. It was never about followers and worshipers. It was about self-discovery of how you're connected to the source and how you yourself are an expression of the source and the things that you can do when you know that. That self-discovery is an ongoing process. But a huge abyss we cross is when we really do realize that we're so much more than meets the eye. I love to use the analogy of an iceberg. For some of our lives, we walk around thinking we're just that little surface tip, what I see in the mirror, what I can touch. Eventually, we begin to realize that we have a mind and an awareness, and if you've ever tried to meditate, you know that your mind has a mind of its own. And we begin to realize that we have the capacity to go below the surface, and there's actually so much more below the surface. So not only do we know ourselves as the surface, but we know ourselves as within and below. But ultimately, the iceberg has its belonging in the ocean. We ultimately realize that where do I begin and where do I end? I have my very belonging as a part of this, as an expression of this. I've been given this form, but I'm going to return back into it. And so to really consciously realize that discovery, self-discovery every day is a part of who you are.